people who define the 20th century. Born in 1908, Henri Cartier-Bresson selected the work from a career spanning over 60 years. Enjoy our guided tour.
Cartier-Bresson, you have to remember, has been around for such a long time. He's now in his 90s, and he's been leading in the field for so many years. He's been such an important man that he's not so much defined as mapped out a vast area to do with the whole photographing of people. The most surprising and impressive thing about this exhibition is that it's an exhibition about the culture of our times, about something like 50 years of the culture of our times, that these are people who you know about, whose work you have encountered. And Cartier-Bresson was a part of that circle, knew these people well, and was able to move into their lives and take his own idea with their collaboration. The figures in the pictures are not people who have a necessarily personal public appearance. That is to say, most of them are not the politicians and the film stars that we're used to seeing, who have a fairly restricted ambition of the way they wish to look, to do with heroism or beauty, whereas these are people who are more interested in what's going on in the mind and in the intelligence, and that of course is a very difficult thing to photograph, but it's also very much more fascinating when the results work as they do. Before the war, he would be categorized, if you like, as a surrealist, if that's not a contradiction in terms, but that kind of particularly quirky humor is what lies behind a lot of his work. And the one of Stravinsky, I wonder whether that is intended to be a surreal picture, because he's holding a cat, and he's holding a cat in a rather considering kind of way, and when you think that violins, for instance, use catgut, maybe he's thinking about music in that oblique and bizarre way. He's listening to somebody and his eyes are turned in the other direction. The pipe is turned towards the person and the eyes are turned the other way. This is intensity. It's a lovely picture, no question. If you look at the hand, that has a great tension to it. He's concentrating, he's thinking, and the bulk of the papers around him are kind of emphasizing what he could be doing in relation to what's going to happen next. The myth, if you like, perhaps it's a legend rather than a myth, because there is of course a strong element of truth about it, about Cartier-Bresson, is that he has the Leica camera and that he will be, say, sitting at a cafe in the street, and in mid-conversation he will pick up the camera, take a photograph, put it down again, apparently without thinking, just having found precisely the right moment. And yes, of course, he can do that, but what you have to bear in mind is that there's a lifetime of experience and understanding that lies behind it.
It captures people so well, doesn't it?
Imagine having touched the lives of so many famous people. Well, that exhibition of Henri Cartier-Bresson's work at the National Gallery of Modern Art in Edinburgh is on now and runs until the 9th of May. Well, it's time